Oh, goodness. Hello. I am playing Free Enterprise again. It's a miracle. Let me know how audio sounds. Oh yeah, of course, Alvin. This is an active async. That's understandable. Oh my goodness. Okay. We've got Iridia start. We've got... Oh goodness, no encounters. Yay! No encounters before I even get started. Okay. Well. It'll be fine. Let's get this started. I just want to go. Go. Rydia and heck Edward. Bye, Edward. Easy as second character decision. No. Sorry, Edward. Not on permajoin. We got a darkness crystal right away, which is nice. Maybe, but also scary. Everything is fine. No. I'm actually gonna go raise that right away, I think. See if Edward's chilling here, or if it's C-buy. Early low stakes C-buy check. You know, don't really care about Edward. Could be permadeath, so I can swap people out in that case, but otherwise I don't really care. And statistically speaking, we're gonna have to raise this big whale. So, you know, may as well. Is C-buy on? No! Okay. This makes my decisions a little bit easier. Peek the shop settings real quick. That looks like fairly normal no J. Maybe pro no J? Yeah, pro no J. I do have a lot of money. I didn't do anything with that save other than get information, so it's fine if I reset. Okay. Who's our moon character, / do I want to take them? Give me! Yes. The answer is yes. Give me Fusoya, get him in my party right now. Of course we started Neki. Right, we started with darkness, so we didn't get anything. We don't have anything right now. This is the strategy, is get through Soya, and then win. Now I'd love a weapon for him to wield, it's not a cure staff, so I'm gonna do a little looting. Empty. Okay, there's a dark matter. Is this Tempty Dark Matters? Gross. Absolutely gross. Well, I guess I should shop. Instead of loot. What is who's best thing for right now? What else do you have? You have Drain. Okay, we can get through things with Drain. As long as it's not bad or something. Okay, not empty. Not empty confirmed, just very sparse. And junk is on. Well, I know water hag's in the inn. I want to do that. Oh right, you have magic defense. I don't need to kill Paladin. I'd love to kill Paladin now. Go do some shopping. I can probably get some arrows, a bow and arrow on Fu and let him do some of that for a bit. No archer bows are Mystidia, so if I see good arrows... Oh, let's just take a power staff. Okay, there are J items. That doesn't help against Paladin, but... Actually, save first. Always be saving. I want spells. Let's see. Okay, this is definitely... I think this is a non-hero seed, or vanilla agility. At least. I think. We'll get ready to gain some levels. Actually, I kind of want to see... I should have tested permadeath there. Yeah. I'll test permadeath in another fight. so she's not dead. May as well grab the hub summon. Probably not useful, but we'll take it. It says all rather than Rydia, so we are allowed dupes if they appear. Actually, I should test Permadeath here. Because it will definitely affect whether I take Yawn. Yeah, Dark Imps aren't spooky. I'm gonna say no for now. Goodbye, Rydia. This is a Permadeath / Sea Hero test. Because I'm not killing Fu. This might actually be Rydia Hero. I think Rydia might be my anchor, which is not great. Sea Hero's on. Good to know. Not Rec 1. I know Seabai is off, so Yang is still available. I just don't love Yang. Not enough early power. Let's see, that was Paladin. Dark Imps down. Yang is available. Who still doesn't have any good spells, so he's still bonking. For now. Hella is at the inn. None of these characters are super attractive. I'm kind of hoping I spike something good for someone else. Like, I really want a key item that leads to someone good. Oh yeah, we're at... It's not T... It is not T empty. I've gotten 2 items out of treasure chests so far. That aren't dark matters. They exist. Somehow. There are very few, but they exist. Oh gosh, who are you? That's not worth going for. I mean, it is, I guess, but... Right in the back row. Time for some slow... Oh, right, they're gonna do that. I'll punch them at a certain point. 132. Let's just focus one down. I can heal up after that. This is our second sparkle. So that's where we are. Okay, you're gone. Now change. Whack. That sets up a wall, which missed. And then, yeah, Fu can bonk. Oh, it's always Blarg. It is never not Blarg. Maybe this will give me good characters. There's no Witchburn. Yeah, there's no Witchburn, there's no Wyvern, it's only Blarg. I'll take the 50 gold hit to heal. Then I'm gonna rush Zot because I hate all my other character options. And I would love to have like an actual Zerker in the party that can do things. Edward and Young don't count, and Baron and Estella, and none of them count. Cecil is super risky, although I think Vanilla Agility's off. My gut is telling me Vanilla Agility's off because Rydia's my hero, and she's been... I feel like Fu is RA1 right now. This might be incorrect, but I feel like Fu is RA1. Or has been very, very fast. So far. Demus Hunt's always on, so no reason to check Bedward. See, there's a couple items in here. Wow, I got some black armor. And another big bomb. Isn't that fun? Aren't those worthwhile? Treasury. Okay. Samurai arrows out of 10. I don't know that I care about that treasury. Fu still hasn't learned a good spell. I think I'm hesitant to go up Zot until Fu learns a spell that actually does damage. Because right now he doesn't have any. And I've cleared through 3 bosses already. I guess we do Fabul. Probably do Baron in, actually. That'd be the smarter play. It's fine. I'm here already. Less experience. I can send Tella to Tower of Wishes. And it's also a key item check. And there's 2 bosses there as opposed to 1, so more spells. Oh, but Octomom's free. May as well use Rydia here. He's helping. There we go, now I can go up Zot. I have level 2 elemental spells now. We're okay. His Pale Dim's also gone, so I can get things with elements. Wow, more arrows! Do I want to go Archer Bow Sammy arrows? No. No, I don't. So glad I came back here. Oh my goodness, Aaron Water. Stop it. Heck, cure potions, I've got Foo. I have to say, Foo has been like the saving grace of this seed. I'll take some mute arrows, because they're very cheap. I might actually grab that archer bow. I know where an archer bow is for sale, so... yeah, I'll stop by there and grab it real quick. It's not the right shop. Did you know archer bows is an archer bow is a weapon? And they're sold in the weapon shop? Okay. Climb Zot. Time to go up Zot and hopefully get something. Hopefully characters that are useful and not duplicates of Edward or Young or Tella. We don't have Ice 2 for Flame Dog, but otherwise I think we're fine. I'm gonna still try to get Flame Dog. Seems reasonable to hit Flame Dog before going up on the way up Zot, you know? Not Vanilla Traps. That's been confirmed. So far I've seen no camping gear and no life pots, so that's been fun as well. Ooh, I like that. Give me that Lilith Rod, yes. Of course, Flame Doggo is in the worst chest. Okay, Flame Doggo. I have no ice magic other than on Rydia. Oh god. Bad idea. Bad idea. You ever just accidentally berserk the Flame Dog? Okay, don't hit it with Foo. New plan. Cast Lit 2 at it, because that'll be better. Even though I have a very limited number of charges of Lit 2. To get through all of the Tower of Zot with. Like, I have one batch of Fool's MP for this whole tower. So hopefully we can get through. With Fire 2s and Lit 2s. I don't love my odds. But... it's fun. Stop. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Stop is useful. Yes, that's loot. We have an item. I want this other stuff too. Still got 160 MP to get through the 2 spots. That's not terrible. Let's see, what are you? Ew. We're gonna bonk you. And I'm gonna let Rydia go down here. Because this is disgusting. Trouble if Rydia goes down is I don't have her for the next fight, but... like, she's dying. She would have died in one shot there anyway, so there's no point. They healed. Who should be able to take the fire hit? Or from the explode? Like, he should be fine for the explode. I'm not wasting a bunch of MP on this giant sack of hit points. Like, I'm honestly probably just gonna use a big bomb. Sweep them. At the end. Nice dodge. Keep doing damage, please. Come on, Fu. And your power staff has 99% accuracy. Like, power staff is built-in really good accuracy. It's just trying to hit from the back row with it is rough. I don't like that amount of hit points that you have. Let's heal up again. $66 damage, really? Ooh, can you do more? Yes, more 212 hits. I like those hits. I like it when you hit for over 200 damage. Those are good hits. Even 100 is okay. Yeah. Heal. $50. I probably won't. We're very early. Ow! You're not supposed to do over 200 damage in the back row. Rude. Yeah, stop doing all that damage, please. I need to heal now. To heal quite a bit. Still don't feel safe. Yeah, let's get another heal. There we go. Ooh, can you stop hitting for like 60 damage? That's really obnoxious when you do that. Oh my gosh. No, that's not an acceptable hit. 220 damage on a hit from Bob-omb is not okay. Yeah, we're not safe. Even without the fact that you just hit for another 200 damage. 44, that's what I like to see. I like that damage roll. Do more of those. No, Fu. Not from you. You roll high. Yes, 264. That's great. Okay, gotta heal now. Fu, don't die. Still not safe. More hit points, please. Okay. Rude. Bomb, have less health. Okay, you're exploding now. Means I can cure up a little bit more. Really? Well, I'm glad I healed. Please finish this. Good. Oh my gosh. Viridia can have a level, sure. Venom, slow, and charm, so nothing useful, of course. That's gonna be where I heal up to. Oh, I hate Sid. Don't make me use Sid. I really don't like Sid. But if this is our character pool, he might just be the correct choice. Who else is here? Second Fu? I think I take second Fu. And I hope it's not Max Party 3. Oh. You're one of these wyverns. Okay. Now I know that you're there. It's Wyvern. Surprise. Fortunately, this Wyvern doesn't get its, like, overpowered. It won't have super powerful nukes, but I think my Foos might not have enough hit points to get through it. I hate everything right now. There are no good options in this seed other than keep doing things with one Foo to get more bells and stuff, but there's no good characters. All of the good characters are gone. Oh, he's gonna wall right away. I can't do this with Fu. This other Fu is useless. I should also be in the front row. Yeah, this is gonna be real bad. If this kills, I just can't do this yet. And yeah. Nope, can't do this yet. Hexot. Yeah, I'm gonna load the save after Mom Bomb so I can keep the spells. This Wyvern is not doable at the moment. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But it's just not beatable. I guess we're doing Baron and Ordeals for spells and HP. I also hate not having any good characters whatsoever. Other than Fusoya, like... This seed rolled some really bad characters. And I need a Zerker, but I don't really want to have to choose between Sid and Yon. I kinda have to. I could go loot some stuff, but there's not really much I can loot that would be helpful. Other than maybe like an Artemis bow, but I really doubt I'm gonna find one. Given the treasure settings. Like outside of a trap chest at least, I don't think I'm gonna see one. Just in case free bosses are on. Free bosses are off. There was no ARG. Wake, that's a real good spell. Too bad it's completely useless against you. Come on, white. Oh, thank goodness we got a second one off. I'm assuming this is enough to kill. Oh yeah, he must have just low rolled. Who has learned some spells now? Okay. That's an option. Beat Water Hag, we beat Plague. I do have to go back to Zod at some point. No getting around that. You've nothing useful. I mean, I may as well. Rydia can be useful now. I mean, Sylph Glitch is off, absolutely, but like... Sylph is still good. So it's still just Rydia and Fu being good and everyone else being kind of terrible. And yeah, now that Fu has Wake and White, I feel pretty safe on the overworld. We could probably get through Wyvern now. Probably. I don't know, we might need a little more power for the quakes. A little more hit points would make me feel better. It's not like if I take second Fu, he needs levels or anything. So, Quake is good. Yeah, sure, we're the real fight. Goodbye. Oh, we have wall. That's really good, actually. That means... Oh, I already changed rows. Well, good thing I have wall. Okay, we're not gonna die. Is the good news. I have wall, so I can actually protect myself from the spells, is the other good news. I just need to win a 50-50 here. Oh, I don't even... Oh, I would have had to win that, so I won it. Hooray! Yeah. Bye. Bye, Golbez. Be gone. I could also do Evelyn Castle to try and get more experience going. Person Warp, Cure 2, Virus Warp, that's all good. I'm really just trying to figure out how I want to build my party. Like, do I take Yang along? I know it's C Hero, this is why Riddy is going in the middle. And I'm pretty sure this is a boss she can kill with Sylph, but we'll see. Okay, sure. I'll take it. And yeah, we can kill you with Sylph. Whether you're Ruby or Elements. You're not scary. I have the power of Weelu on my side. Goodbye, Elements. The power of Weelu is too strong. Oh, and there's Nuke too. That's nice. Okay. The Fu is ready to go. I don't know that I love double Furidia as a party, so I'm gonna check to see if it's Rec 3 or if it's Marty Max 3 or Party Max 4, because I might take another party member along. And should also test permadeath. We'll do some testing now. Seems like a plan. We're gonna grab Edward, or try to grab someone else if it lets me. As long as it's 4 or higher, I'm fine. Let's see if it's 5. Okay, 4. I'm gonna test permadeath before I reset. Oh, I can't test permadeath easily. I mean, I can. Never mind, I just have to get creative. I just gotta go on an adventure to test permadeath. Max party 4, which means I can probably take second Fu and be okay as long as I have a Zerker at the end of the day. You're a Dark Elf, so I don't need to fight you. But we're gonna test permadeath by knocking some people down. The only person who's fallen down so far is Rydia, and she's immune to dying. We just need to knock Eddie down and then I'm gonna reset. Like, I'm resetting this no matter what, so... Unless it gets me like a... Well, no, even if it gets me a super important Fu spell, which Life 1 is kind of neat. Okay, permadeath is on. So I don't need to worry too much. Yep. So I'm absolutely going to take second Fu then, and probably I'll pick up Yang soon and take him through Eblin. But second Fu is going to be more valuable. And I know I have a strategy now to get rid of Wyvern. This Quake is good. Could also just wall and use Sylph. Not a terrible idea. So I can just wall both the Fus and then have Rydia throw herself out and win that way. Once Wyvern's down, I can stop worrying about agility, which is also really nice. Okay, I do need to beat Dwarf 2, not that I was going to fade it anyway with Dwarf required. We're gonna ditch Sid, take Fu. I have permadeath on, so it's not a huge deal, and I don't really want Sid, I like just keep Sid as backup. Let's go. We're gonna start with 2 walls. Well, my strat is to Sylph. Double wall. You're gonna put up a wall, which is fine. Doesn't matter. Or a Quake up, just in case. Rydia can die, that's allowed, because she's my hero. She's not, like, she can't actually get kicked out of the party. 700 damage is what I expected there for that Mega Nuke. Not enough. Who should survive a nuke? Should. Yeah. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure my Foos can tank 1 nuke, and then Quake is strong enough to win the day, to win the fight. Great. That's Wyvern gone. We can have our Life 1, Cure 3, and Lit 3. And we can be done with the Tower of Zot. Hooray. The item, please. Nope, no key item. But I will take the Hourglass. It could be very useful if I have to do moon stuff, which is a possibility. I think at this point I'm willing to pick up Yang and just start getting him levels as my 4th party member. Given who else I have, and the fact that I'm pretty sure I can't really anchor. I'm just gonna bring Yang in. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm gonna clear Eblin before I go to the moon, because the moon is scary, potentially. We did take out Mom Bomb. I can work that. Mom Bomb is gone. I've got Quake. I'm Battle Speed 6, which is not ideal. For funsies. Don't hit Yang. Let me turn my battle speed back up. Here we go. Yang, have some levels. I don't care about the Rune Axe. We've got literally nothing that you can use. Okay. There's we. Why am I rusty? That's not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Don't kill Young. Not that I think they can. Can't even kill Rydia. Okay, this next one I have to defeat with other means other than Quake. Okay, trap is confirmed on. That's good. Go Odin. Off slot stone. Nope, no Odin. Off slot stone. Heck yeah, off slot stone. Always trust in the off slot stone. That's actually quite useful. I don't know that if encounters give experience or not. They probably don't, but... Okay, unsafe hit. Don't love that. But I suppose taking a party with two foos to the moon is better than some parties that I could be taking to the moon. There's Poison Claws in Mysidia, which I might go ahead and buy. Don't believe there's life potions. Got a couple stacks of those. I haven't checked Silveria yet, I should do that. Well. Not the point where I'm just like buying armor for the sake of having it. No. One more Change Rod. This is looking like it's going to be my final party, so I may as well make it my final party, gosh darn it. I never shopped Troya either. I love camping gear. Not gonna run into cabins on the overworld, but we can find tents, at least, and those would be really nice. Oh, there's life pots too. Give me all the life pots. Thunderclaw's important. Rodigi also important. I'll pick up some iron rings as well. Goodbye, Power Staff. Okay, I feel okay with this setup now. I'll probably snag Poison Claw just to make sure. I'm as well set up as I can be. Headbands could be for sale, actually. I should check Kaipo and Troya for those. Poison claws are weapons, not armor. Yeah, we'll just slip this into your offhand. I'd love to find a headband for Young. I'm not sure it's worth the time, but I'm gonna go shopping for it. Yeah, no weapons at this point. We're done with looking for weapons. Items. Nothing there. Well, let's see the Sand Ruby character, just out of curiosity. Is this worth coming back for later? Rosa, maybe. I don't think she's worth it in this party, though, with 2 Foos. I don't think it matters. Just here for the armor shop. You have headbands? No. Of course you don't have headbands. Why would any of the underground or the overworld shops be selling headbands, which are the best tier 3 item in the game? Well, maybe not the best tier 3 item. They're up there, though. Thunderclaws. They're pretty much on even footing with Thunderclaws, in my opinion. Not gonna work. What a seed to be derusting on. Last time's not really ideal until I get a bit more. No experience on Young, at least. I want Young to actually be able to do things for last arm. We're gonna check if Cave Bahamut has behemoths. If it does, I'm not doing it. There could be a boss there, I don't care. We'll do it later. Yep, behemoths, so goodbye. I don't know if the behemoths will give experience, but I don't really care to do them. They're annoying. Come on, hairdryers. Yikes. Rude. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset because Yelling going down is not okay at the moment. I need Yelling to survive, please. Yeah, no. Don't you dare kill Young. Okay, you can't kill Young. Rydia's okay. Rydia doesn't matter. Increase the number of targets. Or you can just win, that works too. As long as these hair dryers are gone, that's all I care about. Virus for Rydia, 5 more levels for Young, get him a few more levels, and there's nothing here. Of course there is. Of course there's nothing there. What's in this shop? Nothing. I think I go for moon bosses first over moon, chests. Okay, is vanilla giant, so not doing giant yet. We do need to get underground at some point. This is a thing that is required. So something's up here somewhere. Yikes. I don't think this is doable, but we're gonna try. Oh yeah, that's not doable. I think it's too late to get these lit 3s off. Maybe if I go for lit 3s right away, I can get through that. But realistically, I'm getting... two lit 3s off. And then maybe a nuke. If I'm lucky. Rydia going down is fine, Yang going down is apocalyptic. Fu going down is also apocalyptic. I do not want to lose the Fus. Let's prepare Yang in advance. May as well throw that Thunderclaw on. Ow. why I have the life pot. Oh my god. You absolute butt. Don't think I have time to win now. Don't have time for a spell, a big spell. Not looking good. Really not looking good. I need this nuke to land. And it's not going to. Yeah, and Young can't survive that, so it's just not feasible. If that happens, I have to get lucky with RNG. Odin's doable, I just need to get very lucky. It would be nice to just have it done. And have the altar complete. And get Young some more levels so that he can be more generally useful and more survivable and all that good stuff. I want to not have to babysit Young so much. And it's going to take a while, but he'll need... The more experience I get on him, the less babysitting he needs. And the more productive Rudia can be. That's fine. Okay. Not ideal, but it's okay. Oh, I forgot to turn my battle speed back down. This is not gonna work, I think. We're only gonna get the 2 wit 3s and then... I think this spot has too much health. We're gonna get the 2 wit 3s, and then we're gonna get Young's punch. I forgot to equip the Thunderclaw too, that just killed the attempt completely. Yeah, I need Thunderclaw on BS6. Ooh, goodness. Excuse me. Trying to manipulate my turn order so that Rydia doesn't take a turn and get in the way. At least not early on. Let's get through this Odin. This is not the smart play, this is the... I'm annoyed at Odin and I want to beat him, and I know I can. And there's a very good chance that other bosses on the moon are just as rude. Or ruder. For this party, and so, you know, I may as well take Odin. Okay. Reset. If he hits Young, it's a reset. Unfortunately. Like, I need the hits to go on Rydia and each of the Foos once, basically. In order to win. I'm not giving up my Young. Okay, RNG. I mean, this is definitely better than a lot of the lunar subterranean trap chests that I could be doing. Those are disgusting and I wouldn't do. Ugh. Those would be absolutely disgusting to do right now. Fine. Good. The third hit. Ooh. Bad Odin. Not that young, in particular. Do not hit Yawn, especially not for that much damage. You could have hit either Fu there, and it would have been fine. I think even the Fu that had taken damage would have survived. Not that much, not that heavy a hit, but he's in the back row, he's got protection. I can't put Yang in the back row because he doesn't do damage from the back row. I don't know that I can even get another nuke off. I think that's what I need. Well, that's an instant reset. I think I'm gonna move on from Odin. Odin is too rude. Because I have to have things roll really well for me. More levels on Young would solve that, potentially. But otherwise, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing in that chest. I guess I'll take a chest on the way down or something. Like one. Not that one. We're not taking the Red Dragon's chest. No thank you. I was thinking more along the lines of the Red Giants. Or... like... Warlocks and Carries. Although even Warlocks and Carries are kind of rude for this party. Okay, might be doable. Now. Lydia's gonna use Sylph, or a life pod, I guess, now. Or she's not gonna do anything, because Warlocks and Carries are disgusting. Thanks, Warlocks and Carries, for being garbage. And I could toss an Hourglass, but I don't want to use my one Hourglass on them. I'd rather save it if there's like a Moon Gauntlet or something, so I guess we're gonna dive deeper. Let's see what's in the Ribbon Room. Oh, I have to complete Cape Bahamut at some point. Ew. That's disgusting. Yeah, none of these trap chests are fun. I'm not going to take them. Okay. Who's in my Ribbon Room? Are you going to be not terrible? Okay, not terrible. Get some of your health down. Thanks, Young. Now I need to start looking at walls again. Don't need to wall Rydia. I don't think at this spot it'll matter for damage. Low on that foo. Send off another nuke. Try to knock off some hit points, please. You got one nuke and one wall left. Perfect. Go for the nuke now. Okay, Sylphs are trying their best. And we're getting 800 damage, it's not nothing. I've given the Lilith Rod to someone. Good. Okay, that's gonna be another quad 9. Good, I like that 10,000 damage. More damage, please. Okay, rush damage now. I think I just go for damage. Just try to finish off this Bahamut. Bad damage roll. Fake, please. There we go. Hooray. Goodbye, Bahamut. 8 levels for Young, 6 levels for Rydia. Heck yeah. No key items, but I'll take it. Young's up to level 32 now, also. He's like starting to get... We're approaching the point at which I feel like I can maybe be comfortable on the moon. And, few winners are gone. That spot's gone. Gonna heal up again, because... What I invested in. There's a chance the rest of this moon has nothing in it. This K-moon could be off. Unlikely, but possible. Don't particularly want to fight this. Yeah. You... Evil Wall, you butt. Evil Wall's doable, it's just annoying again. Yeah, if I can get Young zerked up here, that would be great. Bridia, that's fine. Like Young, because Young will die in the front row. The Foos are a little bit more okay. Get Young berserked so that he can do damage. First, go. Need to blink that Foo now. Not gonna matter, I'm just gonna blink this one. Good. Blink yourself. Bye Foo. Let's blink up Yang and get Foo back up. Actually, I'm gonna get Foo up immediately, I think. Oh, Foo is slow. Oh, this is too slow, yeah. If I get down to 2 characters, it's just over. They can't keep up with that. I need to get a lot of blinks up quickly. Slash maybe have Rydia not die. So she can take turns and buffer the queue. Yeah, I think I just need to go for blinks. Ow! Yeah. Start with the front row Young, then... yeah, blink yourself. Rude. Why we have Rydia though, she can life pot. Light. Rude. Who's got a blink? Don't kill Rydia here. She's not dead. Okay, Rydia, you're now safe from dying. No, yeah, fight. Put a buffer turn through. Rydia revives Foo. Young is doing a little bit of damage. I'd love to get Young berserked, but I think blinks have to take priority. Fine. Blink yourself. Blink yourself. And we can get berserks going. Rude. Fine. We at least got one of the Foos blinked. Oh, I love intense fights on the moon. Fine. Blink. Thank you. Okay, we need to blink him again. Who is safe? Young is not, that's okay. I'm gonna hang back for the... okay, self. Get us some hit points, please. Try to start healing us. Young is safe. Whew. Yeah, let's power punch there. Get some more damage in quickly. Philps. Give me a little bit of health. It's not going to be enough, but over a few selves we should be able to get health back. Okay, you're fine. First on Young, and then nukes can come out. Well, actually, I'll throw out a Cure 3. Keep us alive through the blinks. Or behind the blinks. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. Okay. Young is going. Good. Philps, go. Who's getting unblinked? Top Foo. Need to blink you again. At least we get a heal. We're gonna heal up a decent amount of hit points before Have to deal with that. Sylphs, continue healing hit points, please. Go Young. 1300 damage. Okay, middle Fu now. Rudest is in danger now. That's okay. Rudest is the only point allowed to be dead at the end of the fight. We're getting close to crush phase. Yeah, close enough that I think I'm gonna go for nukes at this point and just try to add some damage. Let's rush some damage out, please. Yeah, 7,000 damage is pretty good. Oh no, not a petrify counter. That's fine. That's the only person you were allowed to crush. Okay, please die. Rude. Need to revive Fu. Yeah, need to get the life pot off at least. Go punch, thank you. Good failure. Throw a nuke out. Take advantage of the time. Get rid of this evil wall, please. Okay, evil wall gone. Amazing. Barely any experience, but I'll take what little I can get. And I'll take the Moon Veil. I'm gonna keep it. Good item to have for later. Love really intense fights. I'm gonna restore all my MP. And move on. Boss Altar's a little scary, but we can try it. Honestly, I'm starting to consider leaving the Lunar Subterrane and just heading to Last Arm. And doing the giant. I think I'm gonna clear out the altars and then maybe even leave Odin behind, because Odin's rude. Let's see who's here. Okay. They're not free, but they're not terrible. They're pretty straightforward. Throw a blink on... or throw a Zerk on Young, throw a blink on Young just for safety. And then quake them down. Easy enough fight. Just keep Young safe. Young, do more damage, please. Rydia is going to be on healing duty. As long as she's alive, she may as well. And you know, I'd like to get rid of the officer. We'll see. Yeah, the soldiers don't do enough damage to be threatening. We're just gonna nuke the officer down a whole lot. See if I can't get rid of him. Go away, officer. 6,000 damage. That's a decent amount. We'll have another hit. Another big nuke. 5,000 more. And Rydia's helping out with her 1,000. I want the full experience here. I want all the experience I can get, because I'm gonna need it if I'm trying to get Rydia to nuke. Be useful. I like that Rydia can keep up with healing. That's really nice. No, not the most productive thing for you to do, but I appreciate getting a head start on one of the soldiers. They do need to die eventually. Just would rather get rid of the officer first. Okay. Or Young. Yeah, Young is fine. Ow. You in the front row are annoying. But of course, if I kill the one in the front row, then the two in the back row, the other two are going to be doing damage, just the same amount of damage, so... No more officer! Okay, the soldiers are now gonna die. Goodbye, soldier. Yeah, take out the front row one now so they can hit each other well. Heck yeah. Yep, give me some health, please. It really matters. I'm just gonna let this play out now. Goodbye. Goodbye. More levels. Good. Build this party up, please. Underground access! Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna chase that. I don't really want to be on the moon. I'd rather go do underground things. Like, it's okay that I have to walk down the moon again. I'm gonna make peace with that. But I'm leaving behind a bunch of locations here. I don't like being on the moon. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. We'll come back after I get through all the underground. Although the underground's not gonna power up my level 36 characters too much. It's just the perfect place to get a whole lot of key items. Plus there's a character in the hook route, and there's bosses in the hook route. I do need dark matter still. I should go looking for those. At some point. I still haven't done Damscene. Yeah, I haven't been to Damscene yet, so I should do that. Would I take a character at this point? I don't know. I honestly don't know that I'd take someone over Yon. Or even Second Fu. I think we're good. I think I like my party. Somehow. Second Fu's not, like, ideal, but he's okay. Okay, Damscene, let's loot you out. For dark matters. I've been neglecting those. I'm only at 12. $14 now, though. Getting there. Hook route, I don't think has that much potential for rudeness. For this party, we can probably just take it. I am decently over-leveled. I do feel a little bad about all the attempts on the other bosses when Hook was just chilling at the Kaipo guards. But it's fine. I don't think there's a character I care about. Cecil might be nice, because I'm probably going to get a Holy Sword, but... yeah, maybe I take Cecil over a Fu now. Well, if Fu is my only white mage, I really want to... for headbands, bandanas, that sort of thing. Nothing there that I care about. Oh, it is Cell 0. Okay. I can buy Asura and make Rydia into a white mage, I guess. That would make me feel more comfortable ditching a Fu. I can turn my battle speed back up. Because this is now easy. Wonderful. That's another character. I'm not going to check that right away, but I'll probably check it after getting underground. Just to see, because I do have Lunar Subterranean Trap Chests and the Giant to do, so the Giant's actually a decent amount of experience that I could, like, you know, use a Cecil off of. I could use a Giant Experience Cecil to do things. Do some work. Team X tier is looking like it's 5. Do I take Package Cecil? I mean, I don't have a Holy Sword yet, so I don't know. I don't really want to commit to Cecil. Edge? I don't even know. I mean, I'd probably commit to Edge. Rough. I don't think I commit to Kain. I think it's too late for Kain. It's good info, but I think it's too late, even with Runex. Not that I can accept him into my party right now, I'd have to knock someone down. But yeah, I think it's late for Kain. The other thing about Package is it's a boss check. Is another thing. Okay. Well. Okay, Fu. Deal with the Mad Ogres. I feel like it's usually distinct 7, or distinct 8, I want to say. These seeds, so probably not going to see extra characters. Useless. I've got enough hit points, I'm not scared of this spot at this point. Even if it's Ogo. Rudy is dead, but that's totally fine. Rude. That's not fine. That's not fine. You're not allowed to do that much damage. I love having to turn my battle speed down for the hook route because Ogo's here. At least it's an objective. Okay. Fine. Luke should finish it off. Pogo down. Mega Sisters I'm not scared of here. They are easy. This is just Zerk yelling and then Quake away, I think. Yeah. Fake. Start working on the Mega Sisters, please. Good. Gosh, I don't know. I don't work in marketing. I don't work with marketing. Like, I don't do any of that. I mean, I know how to do my own marketing for my own events, but like, I'm not trying to sell people things, really. Gosh. So anyway, we found our way underground. This is underground access. Hooray. Underground access acquired. Only took going to the Masa altar to get the hook. Ogo was at King Queen Evelyn spot, so I'm very glad I did the moon first. Or enough of the moon. I don't have to beat CPU, right? Yeah, okay, we're gonna fade CPU for a while. Yep. Grab that dark matter. I don't want to have to come back here. I mean, probably, but I'm doing Dwarf Castle first because I know there's a Mylon in the second spot, and that's required. Plus, Dwarf Castle's an objective, so it just seems like the best option. Now that I'm underground. Plus, I'm trying to see if there's like a real good character in the seed, or if it's just, this is my party. Gauntlet is here. It's not ideal, but I know it's required, and I have 2 set up to go first, so it'll be fine. Didn't restore my MP, which is a little bit of a problem. That would have been smart. We'll be fine. Some of these fights died of virus. Rude. Okay, you can quake enough fights. I know the second spot's a Mylon, so I'm not really worried about it. Virus probably is strong enough to kill them at this point. This fight's absolutely a virus fight. I am happy to have the gauntlet out of the way, though. At least I know this isn't waiting for me later somewhere rude. You know what boss I really want to see soon? Kainazo. I'd really love to know that Kainazo isn't in the Giant. That would be really nice. I didn't have to think about that. Good. There's gonna be a Quake. Or around Quake here. And for the next fight, I think. Yeah, I'm mostly concerned because I do not have Thor Rages and I have to cast Lit 1 every time. And other than Yang, this party is not very beefy. So I'm gonna need to be nerfing every wave. And I don't have any instant Lit items. That's what's scaring me. Also, I don't have good anchoring. And I'm not sure I can get it. Maybe for Vanilla Kainazo. Anyway, here's a Mylon. I don't know which one this is, but it's one of them. Third Fu can go away. I don't need Third Fu. There's Mylon and friends, so that'll take care of that fight. You know, I'm getting some objectives done. Hey, give me the experience, please. The objective for Mylon, that's done. Great. Will also get me the objective for Dwarf Castle. See, but star veils aren't a thing. As far as I can tell, they don't exist. I do have a moon veil, though. It's giving me terrible ideas. But I could absolutely reflect kills around this. It'd be interesting, but I could. Wow, is this even randomized? I really don't like checking sealed cave, though. Oh, I need to, like, loot this place. Hold on. There are boxes, and I need dark matters. Oh, actually, usually start from the other side. I'm gonna go up and down. Down the right tower. See how many dark matters I can get out of here. So far, it's 0. Okay, that's 1 dark matter. Really do need more dark matters to start showing up. You know, I don't have that many. Okay, second dark matter. Prime arrows are nothing. Basically. Basically useless. Oh my goodness! Team Wildwood, thank you so much for the raid. Give me a second to get that shout out your way. You have nothing in you. That's a little misspelled. I'm hoping it's fine. It's fine. How'd your free enterprise go? I assume that it was free enterprise. Yeah, let's loot Trium. I am playing a rude seed. Hey, Chop Dwarf. So, my time may appear to be not great for, you know, just getting underground, but the seed has decreed that that's what's happening. Basically, the story is Riddy is my hero. Underground access was behind the Masa altar on the moon. Yeah, that's true. I already did part of the moon. Yes. That's the spot that had my, book. This should be enough damage. Yeah. Well, that's fun. Probably not going to use it, but it's fun. Oh! I know Cecil's not in the seed. Because it's almost certainly distinct 8, and I have, Rosa in the Kaipo bed. Oh, amazing. I know, this is going to be my party then. Because who knows when I'm going to get Rosa. Well, I could get her now. Still don't care. Don't think I need Cure 3s with 2 foos. Let's clear the Fame Arch now. I have to do the Levy Spot boss no matter what. May as well get that out of the way. And then the Asura spot boss, I'm probably also just going to clear for the sake of just not having to come back here. Given I can probably do it. Fun. It's not the moon, but this is a real fun required boss. DKC is not so bad. Thank goodness for Power Punch, because otherwise this would be an absolute nightmare. Get Rydia up and try to keep her alive so she can do some damage. Because she can do some damage. Yay, Sylph! Been riding this Sylph summon since I found it. Like back in Baron Inn. Oh, there's no G-Sylph. This is just casting Sylph because it's my best item. It's my best spell. That's why we're using it. Okay, that's 3 nukes. Applied for about 15,000 damage. Young's been doing great. Okay. Let's apply one of your nukes. Yay, healing. Keep power punching Young. There we go. Antlion is dead. Huzzah. Good thing that was required. I'm gonna go take a heal before I go into DKC there. Mostly because I'm not sure the foos will survive if I don't. Like, they need to be at full health. Rydia, I don't care about. The Foos absolutely need to survive, and that means I need to get some healing off on them. Young doesn't need healing to make it through this fight, I think. I believe the damage numbers are low enough. Rydia, I'm not gonna worry about. She can die. She's fine. She's the hero. She doesn't matter. Oh yeah, we're fine. Not fine on Foos. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. This should keep us safe. Oh, it's not free. Right. I remembered before the 4th wave came out that this is not free. Do I want to deal with this DKC? I'm gonna need to Power Punch with Young, Cure 4 with the first Fu, get Young Zerked with the second Fu. Rydia's not gonna survive. We're gonna be just spamming Cure 4 and hoping that Young does enough damage to chew through this spot. Let's try it, but... Ew. Yeah, you take a turn first. That's expected. Okay. Gotta get a Cure 4 off immediately. That was actually just bad. Young having something queued up ruined everything. So Young is not allowed to queue anything up now. Unless I go down to Battle Speed 6, which I'm gonna do. Because DKC is real fun. Nope, DKC gets the first turn. Young, can you get the second turn? Ooh, you need to get a turn, like, now. Zerk Young. Yeah, it's very fast. Kinda rude. Oh, Fu needs a turn now. Nope. Why? Why are you not getting the turns you need? Usoya's why? I think actually if I do this, that might help. We're playing with party order shenanigans. I should put Young in the middle, but it's fine. Affected. Yep. Oh, that's not good. No, okay. So anchoring actually is working. So vanilla agility's on. You're 22, which makes that terrible. Rydia can be in the middle. It doesn't change anything. I could make Rydia very fast, but I don't see a point in doing that. She's not useful. This should be the same anchoring situation again, then. Now this power should buffer into the Cure 4. Nope. I needed to get the Cure 4 off before... Needed to do Cure 4 before the power-up dialogue finished. It's very tight. But who knows if this is required. Should be fine here now. Yeah, Cure 4, heal us up, please. I'm gonna get a Berserk queued on Yang. Yang is gonna buffer our turns. Yeah, getting Yang will buffer into the Fu's turns, so... yeah. So this Cure 4 should be buffered out. No. Good. Let's get a nuke queued up. Yang's gonna buffer. Like, as long as this Fu gets a turn, we're fine. Microwave Dark Knight a bit. He does his thing. Yang should do his thing, and or we can get the Cure 4 first. That's okay. I don't mind. Yang, thank you for the damage. Go for another nuke. Doing a lot of damage here. The last Cure 4 I have. Shame that it came up before the wave. That's not what I wanted. I just gotta go for the nuke, I think. And hope that I have enough damage. I think I do. I think I have enough damage here. Heck yeah! No, don't do that to me. For a nearly useless coffin. Oh, I didn't want to exit from here. There's chests that I didn't loot. We're going to go back in for the chests. Okay. Next stop, Sylph Cave, I think. We'll sweep that. I'd rather Sylph Cave without Pan than Key West Tower. Though not by a lot. Honestly, it's mostly CPU telling me not to do Key West Tower. Why did I do that? I don't need to go down there. There's no more chests down there. Chests are over here. Good thing I went back. Need every dark matter I can get. Yeah. Okay, Sylph Cave, let's go. It's just annoying. I could take it out quickly, but I prefer, Sylphs. Like, it could just be double Meteo done, but I don't want to do that. I don't even want the ice armor. That out of my inventory. I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna head to tower. And then maybe begrudgingly I head to sealed cave. Oh no. That's useful. Hello, Stardust Rod. Rydia, why'd you go first? Oh. Rydia. Please. Okay, this will be self-stun. Oh my gosh. Second chest down. Nothing. I know K-Trap is on. Did I do Cave Bahamut soon? Or Sealed Cave? I hate those checks. I'll probably do Cave Bahamut soon-ish. I want Yang to have more levels first so he can destroy it. In terms of the behemoths. And then... Sealed Cave I'm hoping to just avoid. Okay. Second half of Sylph. Even though I found nothing so far. The other thing is just knowing this is going to be likely a full clear. Like, making me want to just clear everything. But I'd love to find the tower key first, before I go to the tower. But that may not be possible. Pretty sure this had nothing in it. I'm gonna double check. Yep, nothing. Next monster boss. Or box. Fine. My one Fu can't even be hit by breath, so I'm not scared of anything here. Goodbye. Random monsters, give me more experience, please. Wit 3 for Rydia, okay. Sure. Next one. Hey, John. This lit 3 is a thing that exists. One of my foos has a ribbon on, so it can't be toted. I think it's the top foo. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Riddy is on our party because she's the hero. Fu is the only good character in the seed. And, Young is tagging along because I needed someone to hit things. Who's getting protected? Let's protect you. He's helping. I needed to do some moon stuff to get him there, though. He's only level 43 because I already destroyed the ribbon room and I just took out all the bottom of the moon altars. Otherwise, he would be significantly weaker. Also, Riddy is my hero, so she's fine to fall down. No one else can fall down, but she's okay. Yes, that is where I am. Took a moon dive to get there, but we're at that point. We're at the where is everything part. The only things I've done on the moon were hair dryers plus the 3 bottom altars. The White Spear, Ribbon, and Masa. I bailed on the moon immediately to go check underground after that. Because, you know, I like doing things that are easier. Oh boy, a Gungnir! Yes, K-Trap is on. I got a Legend Sword out of a trap chest very early on, and then I've gotten my package out of a trap chest as well. I don't have anything for you. Get Sylph Cave done. Yes, we go to the tower. I'm gonna leave Young dead, strategically. Or leave Rydia dead, strategically. Yep, and I know K-Moon is on because I got my hook on the moon, so... There he is. It's very possible that things are chilling in the lunar subterranean trap chests, and I don't want to deal with them yet. Oh, you should have seen my Wyvern at Zot 2 fight. That was gross. Okay. Thanks, tower. Instant harp. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Wyvern at Zot 2. I had a time. I had to go fight other bosses till Fu learned Wall. And then, cast Wall twice and have Rydia trigger the counter Mega Nuke and then quake it to death. Was real fun. No anchoring. No anchoring whatsoever. It was Wyvern, fortunately. I don't know what I would have done if it was vanilla. But Wyvern hit. Thank goodness. No, not Witchburn, Wyvern. Still obnoxious, definitely. Anyway, that's lower battle trap chest cleared. See if I can't find some dark matters in here. I still need how many? Okay, only 4 left. Not so bad. I have Sealed Cave to do, and Baron, and Cave Magnus. And Watery Pass. I never loot Watery Pass. Oh yes, absolutely not vanilla traps. Just to make sure I have... Okay, yeah, I've got enough MP on the Foos. For my, superb strategy. For this spot. Oh, we've seen Antlion. I can mark that off, thank goodness. We're done with Antlion. We've had a very good, very interesting boss spread, I'll say. Ogo at King Queen was fun. Antlion at Levy was fun. But yeah, that's the plan. Double meat heal, call it a day. Gonna take out the defender just to, you know, make sure. I think Young can take out the defender. Yep. Here we go. Okay, Foos. This is why I have you. Oh my gosh, that was terrifying. Well, at this spot we probably survive it, but if Globe 199 hits someone, they're permadead. And I did not want anyone to die. Oh boy, Rydia's got Quake. Always punished. Just always punished. That is required. The pan is an objective. Now I'm just feeling punished for doing Sylph Cave first. Because Sylph Cave had a whole lot of nothing in it. Probably. Mm-hmm. You did call that, Aaron War. You did call that CPU would be required. Okay, let's go run the pan real quick. And then I'm gonna do pan into Twin Harp. Like, I'll check Sheila and then do Twin Harp. And then we'll see where I end up getting sent from there. Last Arm's starting to look nice. I have to say. Last Arm into Giant is starting to look like a very good play. I probably do that into Cave Bahamut. To get all the experience for the objectives, though I'd love to have 10 key items before I do the Giant, and I'm sitting at 9 right now, so... Definitely chasing all this before I touch Last Arm. Hey, a key item. Okay, that's 10 key items. That means we now get double experience, probably. Which is going to be great for Rydia. I'm gonna go ahead and say hex sealed cave. I don't want to deal with doors. I don't know that it's required, so we're skipping it. Oh, I need the Enterprise. We're gonna turn in my rat tail, because I don't think I'll need the pink tail item for any reason. Unless it's Bahamut, then I will care about the pink tail item. Otherwise, I don't care about the pink tail item. Still though, I'm like surprised at the tier of things that I'm getting. I've seen one tier 7 item so far, no tier 8s, and it was a moon veil. Okay. Oh, I've also seen some arty arrows. No good bows though. That's the tail trade-ins done. Still want to do freebies plus harp because harp is neat. I like harp, even though it's probably a reasonable fate at this point. There's enough bosses left, and not enough boss locations. Because we're looking at Baron, Super Cannon, 3 bosses on the moon, 2 in the giant, and harp, and package, and sealed cave. I guess that's a decent number. But all those bosses I need to fight. A bow! I'm gonna leave the iron ring on for now. Ooh, that got protected. You're gonna pick up an iron ring. I'm gonna stick the protect ring on Rydia for the time being because she doesn't need it. She gets magnetized by other things. If I really wanted to, I could go Zerker Rydia right now. I may do that if it comes to, like, dragon chests. With Heron Robe, Sammy Bow, Arty Arrow, Zeus Gauntlets. We might end up doing that. Because, you know, red dragons don't like Artemis arrows. Okay, Harp. What you got for me? Going into this fully magnetized just in case Permadeader is on. I don't want to have to deal with getting Permadeadered. Haven't checked any of the loot here. There's always a dark matter in the Chocobite. We've got to be very close to done with dark matters though. So I should probably lay off. Yeah, where are we? Still 3 more. Forge is definitely a place I should go. Kind of put that off till I actually get the Forge though. Oh good, I needed that! That's an objective. That is a required chest. Good thing I came to Cave Magnus. Because I haven't seen either of the other 2 passes, which are both in the underground, even though I've looted everything underground except for Kokol's Forge and Sealed Cave. Okay, 2 more Dark Matters. Then I can stop looting. Gotta love P-chests. You know, P-chest is great. Heck, fire armor. I can use the archer bow. I could use the rest of the iron rings for garbage. Okay, 1 more dark matter, I think. Yep, 1 more. Probably Kokol's Forge will give it to me. I'm gonna de-stress a little bit about getting things. There's also still Watery Pass. I really need to go looting more places. All of Baron. I'm not scared of anything that could be here. And now we need to remember to put the Zeus gauntlets on Yang. Oh, DKC is dead. Mark that off, right? We know where Dark Elf is. Dark Elf is at Waterfall. I guess I'll be quiet now, because, you know, music is happening. Oh, heck yeah. Amazing. That's not where I wanted to see them. I'll take it. I gotta pass in here. I'm gonna walk it. I was gonna walk anything out anyway. Plus, I like having a second ribbon. More ribbons. I have turned the pan in. I think it is absolutely time to go back to the moon now. Or to the giant now. See what I'm dealing with there. We're gonna have to strategize if it's Kainazo, otherwise I think I'm good. Like, as long as this isn't Kainazo, I think we're fine. I have no fear of Last Arm, because Yang is a character that exists, and he's got a Thunderclaw. As long as it's not Kainazo at Elements, we're okay. Probably. There's enough other bosses that could be at Elements. You know, there's Demus, which is also terrible, but you know, let's face it, not much is great at Elements at this point. Like, Mylon Z would be nice. That'd be a nice boss to see at Elements. Can we have Mylon Z at Elements? All dark matters. Ooh. Excuse me. Okay. That's fine. Required. Good. Don't need the excuse to go to Forge anymore, but I can now turn those in and get them out of my inventory. We do need to clear the giant anyway, so I will absolutely take the Bacchus. Who are you? Do I need to come back in here? No. We can get through this. This is fine. Gonna use Bacchus here because this is a long fight. Fine. Should actually be casting Quake with you, Ridio. That'd be more productive. Though Sylph is nice to get a little bit of healing going. Oh, that's a decent amount, actually. Right, you've got a Tiara now. So I think this karate fight's under control. Nice. Big damage from that Fu. This Fu is not going to be as good, but he's trying. We've got Quake, so Quake is useful. Ridio's doing some work. Like, jeez. Ridio's actually not terrible when, you know, she's decently high level. And she has a Tiara on. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Sylph. Oh, we're done. Okay. Easy fight. Karate not very scary. Give me all these levels, please. I'm here for my 500,000 experience from doing the giant with 10 key items. Because that'll get me to the point where I can just steamroll everything. Okay. Since I'm not anchored, I'm gonna keep it on a lower battle speed. Because we're using a YOLO anchor. Oh. It links up. Ow. That's why we're getting blinks up. Top priority has to be reviving Fu. Goodbye, Mylon. Take a bunch of damage. It matters, just in case, you know, I don't know. I don't think it'll matter. I think my 1Z is dead. Silly Mylon. You let Rydia learn nuke. Okay, that's also Giant of Babel done. I have no reason to rush to turn in Forage. I think I go for Cape Bahamut, and then it's just boss hunts. Yeah. So my route at this point is Cape Bahamut, face check the rest of the moon. Well, I know Mura's Odin. That Baron key or that Tower key, oh boy. Do I know for a fact that one of those is required? I've got 2 bosses here plus 2... No. It's theoretically possible for me to hit all 4. Unlikely, but theoretically possible. For me to hit all 4 at Cave Bahamut, Crystal Sword Altar, the Old Cave, and Package. I think I'll probably just take a couple bosses, just to see if I can't pull a Baron Key or a Tower Key. Mostly Baron Key. But Cave Bahamut's definitely the play at this point. Like, there's no other option that makes sense. It's an objective, I have it on the board. We've got Yang up to level 50 plus. Now I feel like I'm ready to actually take out behemoths quickly. Okay. By first behemoth, do we get experience? No. No experience. There was no point to doing these earlier. Okay. Who's my boss here, actually? You? I'm gonna exit out and heal up before I come back in here. It's fine, I've got 2 foos. I just want to make sure I have full MP. Like, I'd rather not have all this MP spent on the foos when I go into Baigen. That's rude. I think we don't need to blink again. Wait. Yeah, okay. Behemoth's dealt with. Let's go back, restore hit points and all that. Would I rather Sealed Cave or Lunar Subterrane? That's the question. Because I know now I need to find a Baron or Tower Key. Like, I'm not gonna find all my bosses. There is also a D-Mist somewhere. Still on the loose. That could give me my things. I think I'd go for Crystal Sword first. Maybe I'll take Masa or Mura Altar on the way down, because Odin is going to die so fast. Yeah, I'll get revenge on Odin at Mura, and then beat up Crystal Sword Altar, and then see where I'm feeling from there. See how I'm feeling from there. Rip. Get some blinks up. Rude. Young, you need to use a life pot. Need to blink. Figured something was going to happen to him. Prioritize blinking the blink caster. Yang can take a few hits. Get a blink on Yang though. Because it can doesn't mean I want him to. Rude. I'll have to get Yang zerked, but I have all the blinks up first. Do this. Fine. Oops. Steal some hit points, please. Try to keep people safe from getting vampired to death. You know? I want to throw a nuke with you. You've got the strongest nuking capabilities. You can go for a Quake after that. For the arms. Yeah, we're gonna start with a nuke on Baigen just to get up, 8,700 damage before the wall comes up. Let's hope I can still berserk you. Fine. Quake. Deal a bunch of damage to the arms. Okay, arms gone. Good. Boo. Worst reflected wall target ever. But we can do this now. Dang it. That's a waste. There we go. Bygone gone. Hooray. 4 level ups, because why not? Cave Bahamut is done. For nothing. What a Cave Bahamut that exists. Oof, get me out of here. Yeah, I know I need Baron Key or Tower Key, and or Tower Key for Go Mode. Boss-wise. So I'm going to prioritize the moon. Like, there simply aren't enough bosses left. Because I've got Crystal Sword Altar, Package, and Sealed Cave to peak. And I need 4 bosses, so... One of my bosses is going to be gated, so we may as well look for a key item. I think I'll still prioritize Sealed Cave over Lunar Subterrane trap chests. This dip is going to be clearing out the Mura altar. And then... checking the Crystal Sword altar and probably clearing it as well, just to make sure there's nothing down there. So, like, clear it out. I never peeked it. Rest of the moon is cleared. Other than the trap chests, of course, but heck the trap chests. I might just need Baron Key for Go Mode. Tower Key could theoretically also put me into Go Mode, but it's unlikely. Baron Key is much more likely to be Go. Maybe I stay up here until I see Baron or Tower. Microwave time. Hi, Odin. Odin's not having a good day. Yeah, bye, Odin. I'll take the 100,000 experience, because why not? That's not even useful. Oh, I just realized I don't have Zeus Gauntlets on Yon. Oops. With that dying... Yeah, I think if Crystal Sword is a dud, especially if it's a boss that's a dud, but even if it's just a regular dud, I probably start checking some trap chests until I find either a Tower Key or a Baron Key. Oh, Demist is out there. That's an extra check. I could read everything. You know what, maybe I do fade the moon. It's kind of hard to make a decision at this point. Lunar Subterrane statistically probably has only maybe a key item in it. Maybe one key item. It could be the key item I need. But it is unlikely to have all the things. The chests are rude and obnoxious, and I don't really want to deal with them. I can avoid it. I have a sealed cave to do that has a boss and a key item in it. I have a package that I can check for Demist, which admittedly does not sound real fun, but it's starting to sound more appealing. Just because Demist is so likely to have something. And Demist is relatively likely to be in one of those places at this point, because otherwise it's gated by it. There's only a few boss spots that are gated at this point. Oh. It's like 3 unknowns plus the 3 that I have, and that's it. You. That is my first comment. You. Good thing I had mage resist on the back row. And I think Rydia does too. But you have not. Dice can't hit Young, which is real nice. Those Zeus gauntlets. Also can't hit either Fu, because ribbons are great. That was Baron Guards, not an objective. We have 4 objective bosses and there are 6 total bosses left. No, 7. Very funny game. Okay. Time to start working on some trap chests. At this point, I think I'm gonna do that. No key items up here, no boss objective, nothing. Fine. We're gonna get so many levels here. Don't need those anymore. Is someone still shirtless? Yeah, you're shirtless. Don't be a blue dragon. Okay. Fine. Go to you. Oh no. Anyway. Use the seed is dragging on. Okay. Just take a save here, I don't think I need to heal. I'll check the bottom out real quick. I feel like there's got to be something down here, given that the only other checks I have are demist at one of 2 boss locations left, or field cave. There's nothing else left. Really? Probably not. I don't feel comfortable quad-zerking 2 foos. Foos are not going to be very good. Though I could go quad reflect. There is a 3rd foo. Okay, that's garbage. I don't need to keep that. Don't need levels anymore. Oh, we're past the point of chests. Okay, nothing at the bottom. No time to climb up. Why am I going this way? I don't need to go that way. Okay. You. I want to get rid of things. Be gone. I have a nuke and I'm not afraid to use it. Whoa. Wow. I know that Jimmy and Jimmy are going to be at the end of this. Which has nothing in it, right? Yep, nothing. No. No, that's not how it works. What is there killing here? It's probably in Sealed Cave. And I'm gonna be an absolute idiot. Let's save MP. Okay. No one go burr. I can nuke someone with you. That's not a big deal. Rydia's got so much MP, it doesn't matter. Fine. Goodbye. Oh, there's a better sword. So not appealing in the seed. That's what I was looking for. Last Behemoth. I have nuke. Okay. Goodbye. Well, Rydia can do the Meteo now. This is also worth keeping. Bye, Crystal Gear. Rydia has gotten even better. Wow, a full moon! So exciting. Okay, almost done with the moon. Of course, the furthest one is the one that has something in it. Right, we haven't seen you yet. We just want to weak you. Weak is good. Let's Sylph the one in the back, because he can't counterattack, because he'll be dead. Wanna try to restore some hit points. And Yang should finish off the other one. Yeah. Red Giant's down. There's 2 chests left, I think. Garbage. My penchant for fading sealed cave, because it's a gross check, looks like is biting me. I might just actually just check package for demist first. Muhammad is strong. Time for Jimmy and Jimmy, and then we're done. I'm gonna wait, just make sure they don't kill Fu. Why I waited? I'm not losing Fu to that. I'm not losing Fu to this chest. Yeah, permadeath's on. Pretty is just the hero, so she's fine. Well, that was a garbage lunar subterrane. I mean, to be fair, it nerfed the perma join a bit. Not that that mattered, because I literally haven't taken anyone else into the party other than the Foos. And Yon. Okay. I have full cleared the moon. All that's left in this seed is sealed cave and package for a demist. I'm gonna go take care of the sand ruby and then check package, I think. Because I want to be spicy. So at this point, the odds of fading sealed cave are basically nothing. Because the boss is going to be down there. Yeah, no, there's literally one boss left in the entire seed that isn't either an objective or demist. There's one other boss. Take my sand ruby, please. This Rosa is not joining the party, it's way too late for her. I want to get that done so I can scum the package and not have to worry about needing to come back to Kaipo for sand ruby stuff. Okay, it's a Yang here. I knew we'd have dupes. Oh my gosh, amazing. It's all three of my party members in the same cutscene. Oh no, you hit Yang! Yang has no magic defense. I mean, I kind of do have a white mage foo and a black mage foo, so I guess I can kind of lean into that as a Zeromus fight. I have a Moonveil, so I can Bacchus. I'll probably just do hybrid. Bacchus Yang, Moonveil, like Moonveil him and then Bacchus him up. Have everyone else throw nukes. Fusoya healing is necessary. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Are you demissed? Or are you one of the 4 other bosses I need, so there's a very high likelihood this is just required. You know, since only one boss can be not required at this point. There's only one location that's bad. I think. I think Baron, or I think Bygone Spot was an objective, I want to say. Yep, package has value. Not progression, but value. Bye, Asura. I guess we go to a sealed cave, forge the crystal while we're down there. No, I'll turn my dark matters into. Because I'm not opening any boxes anymore. We've defeated every trap chest. There we go, dark matter's done. Let's forge. Just taking care of a whole bunch of things. I'm gonna have to double slow the Romus. Forge is gonna be nothing. I already know that. That's S no J, so I'm not super excited about anything that could be in the shop. We'll see. Yeah, none of that's good. I mean, the Artie bow would be nice, but heck that. Go. Forging is done. Just 3 bosses left. And they're all behind the sealed cave. So we're really hoping here that they don't kill Yang. The trapdoors, that is. They don't go for Yang. That's real bad. Because we need to revive Yang, because otherwise he leaves the party. My foos are immune, because they have ribbons. I'm not worried about the foos. I'm not worried about Rydia. Because Rydia is the hero and she can't leave. See, there's a very good reason I didn't want to do this earlier. It's because, you know, they could have destroyed my party. These things having instant death abilities is annoying. Okay, fine. Yeah, it just bounces right off of a ribbon. Good. Two down. One more to go. Yeah, it turns out Riddy is good when you get her into, like, the 60s. Don't hit Young. You absolute butt! Oh, good. It's Tower Key. And this will lead to Baron Key or Demist or something. Baron Key somewhere. And it's the one boss I don't need. That is the last bad boss in the seed. Every other boss is Demist or an objective. Like, we've run out at this point of other bosses that exist. I mean, Demist, we could still fade Demist and not have to do Demist. But that's the only thing I can get away with not doing at this point. Oh, let's rearrange all my magic while I'm thinking about it. Ooh! Goodness, okay. That's fine. Nope. Oh goodness, thank you. Nope, not call. I'll walk this one. I think I can still sub 4 this, but my goodness, this seed. A mess. Well, we're going right to the tower. For the record, that Luca key was from Dwarf's Castle, so what I should have done is just done Dwarf into Sealed Cave into Tower into Gilf for the really nice routing. but sadly, no. My dislike of doors got the better of me. Whoever's in the super cannon room is going to have a very bad day when they meet my party. Like, I don't care who's here, they're gonna have a bad day. Hi, Val. You're gonna have a bad day. Oh no, you went into tornado form. I don't care. Okay, so this has to be Baron Key. I think Ruby was at Bygans, so then Kainazo is either at Vanilla or at the throne. Here's our Baron Key that I knew would be here. Let's go back up to battle speed 1, you know? None of this is gonna be hard. I know that the last 3 bosses here are Kainazo, Ruby, and D-Mist. Like, there's nothing else here. Kind of around level 50-ish. He starts getting really good. My Young's a bit past that at this point. But also, Rydia's just better. Rydia can nuke for quad 9s. So, Rydia wins. Let's head up. I'm hoping Kainazo's vanilla. The basement's also just a little bit of a slog. Gosh dang it, game. Goodbye, D-Mist. I know Kainazo's at the basement now, because that's all that's left in the entire seed. Oh hey, it's a Sid. Neat. That's a character that exists in the seed. I think this is literally just a full clear of the game. But I feel like it's a pretty decent time for full clearing basically the whole game. Considering the settings. Don't care what this has, I don't care what demist has. Still doesn't make Kane better than Yang. I'm not scared of the basement. Not. 34 agility, 30 agility, we'll put 30 in the middle. We should do now at this point is this setup. This radio doesn't need to be in the front row. There you are, turtle. Nuke is faster than Bahamut, so I'm going for it over Bahamut. I don't care about nerfing waves here. Heck nerfing waves. I can just do 7,000 damage. And then 9,400 more damage. Who needs to nerf waves? Just do damage. I appreciate that my Fu's palettes are color coordinated to their roles. Because the Fu in the gray is a black mage and the Fu in the blue is a white mage. Neat, a spoon. I think that means Demist has my underground access. Fun. Yeah, Magma has to be on Demist, unless I skipped something. But yeah, I don't want the Magma key, we're just going. We're gonna go battle speed 3. Rudia's got the best agility. That's why I didn't have my crystal. My plan is to Moonveil and then Bacchus Yang with his turns. Get a crystal throne. Get some slows cast, get some nukes going. I don't think this is going to be a real problem. I'm going to actually parry around so that Yang is the first person who gets a turn after. Yeah. There's a veil. I'm gonna have a first Fu toss out a slow. Reddy's probably just gonna queue up a counter nuke. Or a balanced nuke, and then first fue's gonna toss a slow, second fue's gonna reflect a slow. Yep. Sails up. Nuke. Direct cast a slow. Nerf the Big Bang and get the slows stacked up. I want. Get 8,000 damage done. I'm gonna hybrid this. So Yong's gonna go Burr. Not ideal. Really not ideal. I can't put the slow up. I need to go for the Cure 4. I needed the Cure 4 instead. Thought Fu will get the second slow out, I guess. Yeah, that Fu would have died. Fu is honestly not that good at high levels. You know, Reddy and Yang are the big stars here. Yep, get the second slow up. Nuke. Go, there's more slow. Go for a Cure 4. Fu can now start going for nukes to help Rydia out, you know, with her nuke casting. That'll heal everyone but Yang, which is fine. Yang has tons of health. He'll be okay. Fine. There we go. Good job. 7,000 damage, I'll take it. Rydia, keep doing stuff. Keep being just super powerful. I'm the best member of the team. With your 8,500 damage nukes. Now we're about to see a Big Bang. For 4. The Foos should survive with 2250 HP. Should. One of them cut it a little close. Try to sneak that in. Rydia, I believe in you. If we nuke Yang, it's not the end of the world. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Okay, good. A parry through you. Oh, I think we tipped phase. Okay. We still have the wall up? I think so. Yes, we do. Okay, healed up to full. We start going. Yeah, we phase tipped at this point. Another nuke. Granted, just try to get through this phase a bit quickly. Yep, we still have the Zerk. Don't know enough for a Cure 4 here on lower Fu. Lower Fu's basically out of MP. Not ideal. So top Fu can help, though. We'll see. Meantime, you try a Cure 3. And get that to land. It'll be something, because top Q isn't very good at Cure 4, so... Cure 3 up, please. Yang is definitely taking some damage. Yeah. Okay. Yang will benefit from the Cure 4, that's good. I have to reserve him, but that's okay. Nothing useful for you to do. We're in rocks. Okay. Just gotta get to Young Zerked up again. Or... Actually... I just gotta get... Not you. You're useless. You do a power punch. I just gotta get Rydia to nuke something. And I think Rydia should probably dodge basically everything here. Not enough MP for that. That's fine. I have faith that you'll survive long enough for this nuke to fire. Rydia, do your damage. And then if that doesn't kill, it was direct nuke time. But that did it! Hooray! Still sub 4. Somehow, despite doing everything badly. Thanks for the GGs. That was a seed that existed. $349. This is gonna be a terrible time. Oh gosh. Look at all the things that I did. Love that underground access. Yep, demist with the magma key. Oh, demist. Oh gosh. Well, I'm thoroughly drained after that seed. So I'm gonna get music and then we're gonna find a raid target. Oh yeah, starting darkness is fun.